Hey, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you are doing well. Let's take a second to talk about this absolutely insane tattoo that Anderson Paak is showing off on social media. It's a big, long sentence, so we're going to have to read it. We're not just looking at it for aesthetic purposes. We're not merely just admiring the beauty of the font and the lettering and everything like that, though you're allowed to do that. Here's the core message of the tattoo. When I'm gone, please don't release any posthumous albums or songs with my name attached. Those were just demos and never intended to be heard by the public. And there you go. There you have it. There's the statement, cut and dry and clear as a bell. So in the year of our Lord, 2021, why in the world would an artist think to tattoo this sort of message on their body and show it off to the public? That's because I think in the past few years, labels have proven themselves to be absolutely unscrupulous. Yes, that is the word I am absolutely searching for, unscrupulous, lacking in scruples in their desperation to capitalize off of and just like suck the last drops of blood out of any artist's career or discography the moment they die. The moment an artist dies, you know that within a few months, certainly less than a year, in many cases, you're going to get a posthumous record of a bunch of leftovers, and they're horribly mixed and horribly produced, and there's 1,000,001 features on it to just like fill in the gaps. And look, I've reviewed quite a few of these albums as of late, some of which I have respected or admired because they came out pretty damn good. The last Mac Miller record, for example, seems like a lot of care was put into that, and that LP had to be pretty damn close to finished for it to come out as good as it did. The record that came out just as Pop Smoke passed away came together somewhat well. The Juice WRLD posthumous record was pretty decent too. I think there are ways to put together a posthumous record where it's tasteful and it can actually be a positive experience for the fans and the artist's legacy alike. I'm not against posthumous albums across the board, but all too often, us as music fans are being subjected to posthumous records that frankly are trash, frankly showcase some really awful work from the artist that most likely they would have never wanted to see the light of day, and frankly just sound like a major label cash grab, and that's it. Given that trend, I think it makes absolute sense for artists to, in whatever way they want to, voice their dissatisfaction with this trend and make sure that the public is aware that they don't want this to happen to them. Now, look, if you pass away and you want posthumous material to come out, or you don't want posthumous material to come out, I think the most important thing that you can do as an artist is put in a plan right now. Make sure you talk to the people who are closest to you in your camp, who are handling your music, who are dealing in your music, who know your music like the back of their hand. Make sure that they know, if you were to pass away, what exactly to do. Either to just lock away everything in the vault and make sure none of it sees the light of day, or if it does eventually get released, how is it going to get released? Who's going to take care of it? Is it going to need to get touched up, changed, altered in any way? To what degree can it be altered? In what way should it be presented? There should be a plan. Now, in a legal sense, this tattoo means almost absolutely nothing. I mean, if Anderson Paak is not making sure that, whatever he's recording, that the label doesn't have the rights to it, or that whoever will have control of it after he's gone, what will they do with it, or will they know what to do with it? I mean, unless he puts in a legal plan in place and talks with a lawyer about what will and what will not be allowed in regards to his music after he's gone, the tattoo means little to nothing. But I still think putting out the message, or the message as tattoo, is important to make sure the audience knows what's up and make sure the audience understands what his dying wishes will be. And sure, could he have put out a tweet that said this? Yeah, I mean, he could have, but it certainly makes a statement to drop it in the way that he has here, a statement on the current state of things in terms of how music is released posthumously. And it's important to tell this to the audience so that they don't, if he does pass away and a posthumous record does come out that seems kind of like a cash grab, don't engage with the record, don't celebrate the record, and don't for a second assume that this album coming out would have been Anderson's wish. He's making it clear to you through a permanent mark on his skin that he means this. He means it. So, I mean, while I fuck with the tattoo and I fuck with the statement and I think all of that is well and good and cool, I just think it's sad and it's unfortunate that artists like have to do this and have to go the extra mile to make sure that all these bases are covered and everyone is aware. Because don't for a second assume that you're going to die, especially if you're a popular artist, and whoever else is left with your music after the fact is going to be like, yeah, you know, none of this is coming out. Now, with that being said, I will play a little devil's advocate and say maybe there could be a scenario where at one point Anderson may change his mind. I don't know, and I hope that doesn't happen and create maybe an awkward situation, an awkward moment. But look, I'm going to guess that because he got this tattooed on him, he really meant it. So I guess I will trust. And I myself be vocal and vigilant if there is ever some posthumous Anderson Paak music coming out and say, hey, wait a second, wait, he didn't want that. He didn't want that. So I think we can leave it at that. Let me know in the comments what you think of this message of the tattoo of Anderson Paak going about sending this out there in the way that he did. Do you think it's necessary, unnecessary? Do you like or have disdain for the current state of things in terms of posthumous album releases? Let me know. Again, down in the comments. Over here next to my head is another video you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Anderson Paak, forever.